Hey everybody, and welcome to a new Minecraft series. My name is JCK, and I don't really know what I'm doing here. I have a few ideas for a series, and none of them have ever came to fruition on all the channels or anything, so I'm going to try and apply as many of them as possible. But as I'm sure you're aware, any building in Minecraft, any long-term goals are indeed long-term. There's nothing else that you can really do to speed up the process other than cheat, and I'm not the kind of guy to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a survival series and continue it into some sort of role-playing aspect, I hope. Obviously I'm playing in the newest snapshot at the minute. That's 19A, is it? 13W19A, there you go. Basically, if you're not familiar with it, this is the one where horses are, this is the one where the stained clay is, and all the rest of it. But, you know, after a long period of time of playing this game, I've been playing since alpha, you kind of appreciate the little things they add in. The game's obviously finished, and it's brilliant that they're leaving development in it after its actual release. Very few games do that nowadays, and I really appreciate the ones that do. And well, more than that, it's free. You know what I mean? It's not DLC. It's not something you have to pay for, which honestly I really enjoy. I haven't played like very seriously for quite some time. I'll make the odd world, and I'll go find a mushroom biome or something daft, and then just live there or try and live there. And it never feels as good as the first time I did it. So I have a lot more things that I need to do. I mean, I've never killed the Wither. In fact, I've never killed the Ender Dragon without some sort of cheating or in multiplayer. So I'd like to do that as well. There are a lot of different things I want to try and do. But I've never really been a builder, and that's just one thing I want to really advance on while playing this series. So if you would like to embark on it with me, then of course you are entirely entitled to do that. But if you're, kind of not bothered, then you stick around. I'll probably do some other videos as well. So, wait. Okay. I have a bit of an idea. I spawned over here somewhere. It's okay. I have a bit of an idea for one building, and I'm going to let you in on it right now. Basically, I have a skin that's a convict. I made it just yesterday, just last night. Basically, he's in an orange jumpsuit and he's escaped from prison. But here's the clincher. I'm going to try and rebuild the prison that he's escaped from. Right at spawn, I need to do some tests and stuff, but I want to basically make it so when I die, I spawn without a bed back in prison. And I can escape, and there's going to be a big town in front of me, and there's going to be lots of people. I might try and throw in some custom skins, maybe make it so I can get some villagers involved, and give me that. There it is. Get some villagers involved, and maybe make them have like policeman skins or guard skins or something, because I thought it would just be funny. So I might try and do that in the long term, and that's the first real goal that I want to do. There are others, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. And it's kind of convenient where I am, because if you're in prison, you can't just escape by walking out the door. So I've got to make the iron bars and the iron door, and then I've got to make myself a tunnel out, and it's going to obviously go into water, because that's where sewer pipes go. And if you've seen Shawshank Redemption, you know the sort of thing I'm going for. But either way, hopefully it should be a fun experience, and I'll appreciate it if you stick around. But of course I need to do all these survival elements first. I haven't gone through what I'm doing, because I'm sure you're familiar with it. It's not exactly a difficult premise to understand. As long as you as long as you played Minecraft before, you already know to gather wood. But in case you want to know anything more, of course you can just always search how to survive the first night in Minecraft, and you'll come up with that really popular machine of a video by, is it X? I can't even remember who did it. It's been that long, but if you've not heard of this game, I'm not sure where you've been for the past 2 years. But if I'm the first, well, this is the first playthrough of it you've ever seen, or anyone even touching the game, then welcome. It's fun. It's a weird sandbox game that you basically build things and kill things, and that's pretty much the entire game there. It's a very, very simple concept that has led to hours and hours of unlimited fun, and I say that in such a way that we're able to create user-generated content that will never run out, and the actual developers still support it, which is really, really impressive. So it's always a good thing to come and revisit every once in a while, because you never run out of things to do. So shut up, cow. But yeah, like I said, I have done Minecraft series before on previous channels, and they never really seem to work. I always seem to run out of time. But just a little bit about me, considering this is the first video. I'm a university student, and for some reason I have finished my course months earlier than anyone else. I finished the 7th of May, which was a week ago today now, and everyone else I know from my hometown, they don't finish until the start of June, I don't think, so I've still got about 2 weeks until they arrive at home and we can actually go and do things. But for now, I'm left to my own devices to just sit around and do nothing, really. It's quite boring. I managed to invest in a couple of things. I bought some old school literature. I bought The Divine Comedy, all of the books in there. And that's going to be interesting to read, because I tried to read it when I was at A-level, and it just didn't work. Because obviously I had a lot more to do than just read an interesting book. But now that I've got the time to do it, I thought, hey, let's just do that. It's got to be a bit of fun. Did I plant that? I'm not sure. Okay, I think this is where I spawned. I might kill myself in a second and find out. Sorry, I'm just marking off the general spawn area. And that's because I need to know where I spawn and need to do some tests for if I keep dying, will I spawn here? If I kill myself, will I spawn on this patch, or where will I be? And then I'll be able to build a room around it where I can escape from. That's the first idea. Ooh, an apple. Give me that. Okay, a little bit more about me. I'm obviously from England, from the West Midlands if you're interested, which is why my accent's quite so common to other English people. To Americans it's still fascinating for some reason. But hello, if there's anything you want me to say, just tell me. I'll probably do it, because I'm that kind of guy. I don't cheat, but I say things. Hell yeah. Okay. I think I've got enough wood to get going now anyway, so I'm going to try and find a little burrow like a rabbit and live underground for a while. But I want to try and take it a little bit away from spawn, because I don't want to taint the environment. With that said, there's going to be mobs everywhere. And being underground without any armour is going to be hellish. So I need to be very careful. This is going to be my first experience with the new skeletons as well. Like I said, I really haven't played with Minecraft that much. Do you know, I'm going over to that Extreme Hills, just in case I can grab some emeralds. Ooh. Okay. There's a load of trees around here. Oh, there's a swamp as well. I wanted to do something with the swamp, that could be useful. Oh, chickens and eggs! Yes! Whoa! Whoa! You guys have been busy. Ah, there's the swamp. Hello. Is this an Extreme Hills? Yes, it is. Not very extreme. Another egg. Having it. It's not very extreme. Oh, whoa, that's kind of flat for Extreme Hills. Ah, look at these hills that are generating in ever so slowly. Can you just... I'm just going to have to refresh it. Load everything in. Load all the things. Come on. That's good enough, whatever. Okay. Coal, wonderful. Load. Come on. Don't be like that. What? Give me that. Oh, damn it, it ate my wood. No, come here, thank you. I need some food, I did not realise that. What? Where do you come from? Hello? Hello, Mr. Bat. Hi. Hi. I really can't keep track of him. Whatever. Right. Let's have a look. Okay. So, again, if you've never played Minecraft before, where have you been? But, also, how you make things is basically by drawing them. That's a pickaxe, okay? That's just how it works. So it's very simple when you get past the initial learning curve, I suppose. But as they add new items, even I'm getting bogged down. And like I say, I've been playing for ages. I tend to follow some of the trends, or at least some of the updates. I follow the Minecraft guys pretty closely. They are really fun. Just a general group of people. They have a lot going on, and it's a very interesting server. If I could replicate that, I would, but once again, I've tried in the past and it never seems to work. I do have some old friends who obviously still play Minecraft, who are from across the pond. So, oh man, I really do need food. I need to go and kill something. I'm gonna make a sword. Gonna make a sword. Also, I'm gonna need some torches just to light this place up so I know where I am. That'll do. Yeah. Okay. So, Hawkeye soul. So I best make a chest just in case I do die. Just okay. Now I will lose very little in case of my death. Just interesting. I saw some cows right by spawn, didn't I? Oh man, I've got to fight things. I didn't want this. Oh no. I should really stop running. Actually, I might kill these chickens. Chickens give food. Give me that. Wonderful. Where's my experience bar? I just heard it go ding. But, Can I just have an experience bar, please? Is that possible, or... Hi, chicken. Have you seen my experience bar? Whoa, it's got a nice little lag spike there. Where do those cows go? Couple there. Couple down here, they're out of the way. You don't want cows in a town anyway. Okay. Anyway, to return to my point, for some reason, get very distracted. I have a couple of friends who still play Minecraft, and they might be interested in doing some series with me. I have ideas for... Give me your leather, I need that. I have some ideas for, you know, just like a hardcore series, like a multiplayer one. Just to be able to get it out of the way, to have a little fun with it. It's nothing particularly taxing, obviously, just something that's a little bit different to watch than just the standard, oh, I'm going to build a house, I've got to build a pirate ship, and all the rest of it that everyone's so used to by now. And I've got to kill that spider. Oh, there's my experience bar. How does that work? It's probably a bug. My health's not going to regenerate, so I need to be careful. Yeah, it's probably just a bug for this version of the game, but never mind. I'm going to try and avoid zombies because they spread now, and I don't like that. Let's say spread. They don't really spread. I don't really know how to describe it. But if you hit one, they have a chance to spawn another dead brother. So, got to be careful. He spotted me. Okay, that's fine. Okay. I'm pretty rusty, haven't played in, like I said earlier, I haven't played properly in quite some time. It's a spider. There it is. I heard you. Okay. Yeah, if you're a little bit bewildered and a new viewer, which I still think is incredible if you are, I need to cook food. And actually, give me... Not what I meant to press. That one. And those. Actually, I can just drop one of them out. I'll grab 8 of these. Oh yeah, they changed charcoal skin, forgot about that. There you go. Okay, and when that's cooked through, I'll be able to cook some food. So I'm not worried anymore. I'm just going to use... Yeah, I'll use the last of this wooden pick. I know it's useless now, but might as well get it out of the way. Never have to make one again. A lot about Minecraft is progression, and I think more than just getting up to diamond tier stuff, like armour and weapons. I think the progression involves the player base as well, and I say that in a very strange manner, but it comes back to user-generated content. As we receive support for the game by, you know, Mojang themselves, it's an interesting concept to see what they add. Like, they've added hoppers and droppers, or whatever they're called, and they've added tripwires, and they added, you know, horses and all these different things. They've given people ideas for adventure maps and puzzles and all manner of things really. It's ever so strange, but that means the players have more to play with and therefore more to create. And it's a very, very different version of Minecraft that comes through every single update, every single snapshot, and it's just really, really interesting to see that take shape, and it really does interest me. So there we go, cook that through, wonderful, and I'm going to make a stone pick. Unless I put my sticks in here because I'm an idiot. I'm not sure what else I'm going to need sticks for right now. I'm sure I'll find something. Okay. Let's keep digging. This will be a nice place for a mine, I suppose. I should probably make a shovel as well. Shazam. Okay. So, obviously the game's called Minecraft. You've already seen the crafting part, now you're going to see the mining part, and I know, it's pretty boring, whatever. It's got to be done though. Otherwise you can't go anywhere in the game, which is really a shame. Come on, yeah, there we go. Let's see what we can just throw away. I'm going to keep those on me. Yeah, that can do. And I'll leave those to cook through. That'll be good for a while. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to return to the concept of... Oh, let's dig one up here. Return to the concept of, you know, player progression. And, you know, adventure maps are something that have been around for quite some time. I remember... I can never remember what the first one was, but you know, ever since Alpha there have been people creating things for others, and it became more popular as multiplayer became possible, and Nether in the multiplayer having NetherRealm is another one that helped it along, and it was a very, very slow process, as it is with any developing game, but it's very interesting to see what people have to come up with, and if you have any adventure maps that you've created or you know of that are particularly good, feel free to let me know what they are, because I'll probably play them. I've never really done many in the past. I've done like a couple of jumping puzzle ones, and you know, lag is normally the downfall of those in multiplayer, but if you pay for a server and you make sure you haven't got too many people on it, or you haven't, you know, haven't built too much or explored too much of the map, then normally it's not an issue, so it's pretty good. Okay. So I'm going to continue talking about me for a while. It is still the first video, and I know I'm probably the most boring sod that anyone's ever heard of, but like I said, I'm from England. I am currently studying in university, and I'm studying, prepared to be bored, geography. Now people will be like, where can geography get you? What will geography do for you further down the line? And I am in the huge percentage of people who have no idea what they want to do when they leave the education system, and that's kind of a problem for a lot of people, but for a geographer it's not at all. Geography is one of the most open-ended... Why did that flash pink? It's one of the most open-ended you know, courses you can ever take. There are so many options that stem from it. I could go into police work, I could go into insurance, I could go into surveying, I could go into GIS, so that's like, you know, mapping for sat-navs and things. I could go into cartography, I could go into research, I could go into I'm trying to just think of things, and obviously I will, but it just takes a little time. I could go into like preservation of an environment, talking like sites of specific scientific interest, areas of natural beauty, national parks. You know, it is literally a never-ending just list of things that I could go into, and of course naming them you always freeze up, but it's definitely something that people look on as if it's boring, because in high school between the years, you know, 7 and 9 here in England anyway, all you do is cut and stick, and that's it. That's the entire course. So, sorry, you colour in as well. Let's not forget about the colouring. I mean, that is probably the most fun part. But you know, at A level, it was an interesting course to take as well. But as it got to university, it's become far more interesting. Next year is the year that I specialise. This is a cave. Yeah, buddy. Okay. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting next year, purely for the fact that it is going to be... Just drop some gravel. Oh yeah, I have a love for gravel, by the way. If people don't understand it, then they can just go away, but gravel is one of the most useful blocks in Minecraft, and people just don't give it enough credit, so take that. Oh, but anyway. Needed a breather there. Whew. Okay, so geography, again, it's just something that I really do enjoy. Okay, Skeletor. I thought I'd get away with it then. Yeah, I don't know what I want to go into specifically. As far as I'm aware, GIS is the thing I want to do, and of course, if you don't know what that is, that's Geographical Information Systems. So that's a combination of computing and geography. It really does come down to, you know, satellite imaging and stuff, and it's sort of similar to meteorology when, you know, people have to look after the measurements from a weather... What's it called? I've done this before and I know what it is. Like one of the weather... As many as weather? No, the weather monitoring points anyway. I can't remember their official name. But, of course, basically they are just little... I've lost my words. I'm going to take a second, have a breather. Okay. They have measuring systems, and basically these systems allow for people to recognise what the temperature is, what the pressure is of the wind, which way the wind's blowing. They have to go and take manual observations like what's the visibility in the area and other things like that, and then just pretty much all of it gets put down on a spreadsheet and uploaded to the Met Office, which is the one here in the UK that is the major leader of all of the information to do with weather. That's where all the predictions come from and who people blame when the predictions come out wrong. I studied it for a short while I was in, well, last year, I suppose it is now, in university. I had to do my own weather monitoring for a particular site in Scotland, a place called Eskdalemuir, just on the east coast. Basically, it was, not only is it an awkward place to say, but it was a relatively high area of land. It was very, very windy, very rainy on the period that I did it, and we had to comment on it in one of our exams, and it was kind of like, what was the weather like? Oh, it was pretty bad. And then, oh, okay, what was the pressure like? It was pretty high, actually. Oh, okay. How often did it rain? And it was a very, very dull concept, but in order to measure them, in order to see... I know I could break these with a torch, but I kind of want flint, because, you know, I've just started out, so, sorry. I could use my shovel there, sorry. But yeah, in order to be able to measure those things would be more interesting than writing about them in an exam. And I honestly think that would be quite a lot of fun. Like I say, it comes down to, you know, satellite imaging as well, so you can lay out the topography of a place. But one thing that I can say is that it's given me an appreciation for geology. Geology is the most boring subject as far as I'm concerned. We did half a term on soils, and soils are the most dull thing ever. And I would not recommend going into anything to do with soil unless you are a really, really boring person. Which, of course, if you are, that's fine. But personally, I'd rather not. Get that coal as well, actually. Either way, it's definitely a topic that if you're sort of semi-interested in, it's worth a look into if you're going into university or to college in America or whatever the hell it's called. I'm not even sure. I know a lot of people that got into it in different ways. My friend got into it by doing sciences, so he did, you know, like physics and biology, and that's where he got him. But it's definitely something that is worth, well, it's not worth overlooking it at all. I know people have gone into sports journalism and they've not got anything out of the end of the job, and I know people have got music degrees and they've got nothing out of the job. I've known like 4 people who've done that, actually. But geography is something that will give you a lot of experience, no matter what you're going into. And you know, if you do an interview or you write a CV, you can always apply what you've done to what they have to offer. I work part-time shifts at a game shop here in the UK. Basically, it's a weird job that I got into, but the way I got into it was basically saying, look, I did work experience in a factory and then another factory for like a week overall, and it was pretty boring, so I'm not going to work in a factory anymore, clearly. But I have experience using, you know, advanced machinery or around chemicals and things, which really shouldn't have been at the age I did my work experience, but I was anyway. And I also have experience on like a shop floor, and I had to be careful, whatever. And obviously they understood where I was coming from, but the entire point was to cater my CV, my personal statement, my interviews towards why I'm good for the job. And the reason was I had a YouTube channel. Like, one of my major hobbies is gaming, as you can probably tell. And I had a YouTube channel at the time with about 300 subscribers on it. This was before the YouTube subpocalypse, as it was dubbed, came about. And it was an interesting time for me, I think, because I felt quite wanted, I felt quite accepted, and I'd just finished my GCSEs, I think. So it was like, yeah, YouTube, I've got 300 subscribers, I understand how everything works, but I had a terrible microphone. Yeah, I'd still managed to amass an audience just by consistent uploads and whatever. So I basically put on my personal statement, you know, I have an involvement within the community because I play games, and games are something that I appreciate. I'm always on the internet, I'm always plugged in, and because of that I have an involvement in the series, not in the series, in the franchise. I'm thinking of another word and it's just not coming to mind. It is rather early in the morning, if you can't tell by my huskiness in my voice. Man, this is going to bug me. In the industry, that's the word I was looking for, industry. Okay. I want some shears. Give me some shears. Yeah. So yeah, like, I have experience in the industry, and I'm interested in applying this knowledge to a job, to be able to talk to people, explain what games to buy, explain what something is, and it did definitely come in handy. I was able to say, look, I know when the new Pokemon games are coming out, I know when they're releasing, you know, price drops for the 3DS before the company do, and all this, that and the other, and texting the boss, asking him things like, hi, what's this, when's it coming out, whatever, and he's like, I've never heard of it, and then the next day I go in, and they'll just be like, oh, we got this memo through yesterday just after you text, and I'm like, yeah, take that, company. So it was definitely an interesting. Why have you still not loaded in? Can you just stop being lazy and start doing your job? Hello? Knock knock. There you go. Yeah, it was definitely an interesting thing to be able to go into that job, and they did take a chance on me. They said, you know, we had the choice of going for you as the more bubbly person out of the people we interviewed, because there were 3 people considered for the vacancy, and one of them had vast amounts of experience compared to me, but they weren't as fun, and obviously I came through and got the job, which I absolutely loved. It's very rare here in the UK, definitely with the state of the economy globally, I suppose, but here in the UK it was extremely difficult to get a job without experience, especially at the age of 17, which I was at the time. So I was very, very happy with that. I need to make a new pick. I also need new sticks. There we go. Why did I get 3 of them? My math is bad. Hello? There we go. Nope. So rusty. Oh yeah, they took a chance, gave me, well, I had less experience, but it was more fun, so they gave me an opportunity to work with them, and I've been working with them for coming up on 2 years now, which is going to be a very long time for a part-time job, I think. But it is a great place to work. I absolutely love it. And the only thing that bugs me is that even though I got there by doing, you know, by involvement in the industry and understanding things and having like an open mind, I suppose, did I do all of it? Yeah, I did. Put the card in, ready. Silly me. Now, the only thing that bugs me is that people don't understand that, you know, certain consoles or games require, well, have like better hardware. Everyone assumes everything's the same, just looks a bit different or whatever, and people that buy PC games, you go, well, you have to tell them by company policy, just to make sure they don't try and return it and say you never told me this. You've got to be able to say, look, this is a PC game, so make sure that the game will run on your machine without, obviously, taking off the seal, because if you take off the seal we can't return it. That's the general premise, so we have to tell every customer that buys a PC game that. And they go, oh, it's a Windows 8, so yeah. And it's understanding on their part that always annoys me. Or buying something that's clearly worse for almost the same price. When people buy Minecraft on Xbox, I'm always like, why have you bought Minecraft on Xbox? It's got less support, it takes longer to bring out the updates, it's terrible. But it's always just a little kid who just wants to go and his parents don't know anything about it. And I kind of find it annoying, but, you know, that's just me. Obviously, don't say anything to customers, and I won't say anything to any of you guys who own it, but that's just my opinion. It's clear that this is the greater system, and I understand some people, greater version, and I understand that some people can't afford a powerful enough computer to be able to play it and record it, or play it and just enjoy it. Because I've, you know, through high school I saw a lot of people playing it, and there was a kid who always played it on full screen with max graphics, and he thought he was the dog's bollocks. And the sad part was, he wasn't. He played it on like max graphics but had like 10 FPS, and I like tried to watch him play it once. So I was like, how are you managing this? Because my brain hurts, frankly. And obviously I limit my frames on Minecraft to 30 as I'm recording them now, but otherwise I think I get about 300, so you know, it's possible for me to record and play, which is of course what I do. But you know, some other people just can't afford these sorts of things. Laptops are what most people have instead of desktop computers, and they are by design more expensive to have as a more powerful machine, which is obviously a fair point, because you're paying more for the portability than you are for the actual ability of your computer, which is okay. You know, I kind of get where the compromise is made, but you can always put a desktop on wheels, and you can always carry around the power supply, and you can always carry around a HDMI cable and a monitor. It's not exactly difficult. If you want to go and have a LAN party, then you're going to need it. But you know, that's just my opinion. I guess I'm a bit of a snob. So there we go. Right, I think it's going to be coming up to the end of the episode in just a minute. I haven't found much, so I'm going to carry on and do a bit more of an explore in just a second. I might try and dig out all of this gravel as well, but obviously I won't bore you with all of it. But yeah, I'd like to thank you very much for joining me on this first episode of Minecraft. I'm not sure if this series has a funny name. Maybe it'll gather one in the future. But at least for now, it's just literally survival, no building, just trying to get materials. I was less prevalent than I thought I was. Trying to get materials, trying to get a foothold in the game, and eventually work our way down to diamonds. Normally I just rush straight to diamonds, but this time I'm taking it a little bit slower, playing it a bit more chilly. That's not even a word. Someone stop me. I'm quoting The Mask. Yay. But obviously, once again, thank you very much for joining me. It's been a pleasure having you, obviously. And please stick around. If you want to see some more, press the subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.